At least my throat's doing a little better, I guess. I guess my throat is doing a little bit better. I'm tinkering with the settings here a little bit. Don't worry about it. Everything is working right. Just quietly jamming out of here. Man, I'm just quietly vibing here before we get going. My throat feels a little better, so that's nice. Chapter 10. Give it up for Chapter 10. It's gonna be the Mia chapter, if I recall correctly. I don't even have a vibe I'm coming into this one with. I know that usually when I walk into videos like these, I have like a big old vibe on my beak. But not today. Yeah, different kind of racketeering. So yeah, actually I got a question. Let me see if I can answer my question very quickly. Because that purely changes how loud it's for me, I guess. Not for you, huh? Oh well. Alright. I'll just break every bone in my body. Still on the way, I'll be ready to rumble. Alright, enough loitering, Safi. Enough with the lollygagging and the loitering. Let's just get going. Only a few days later, and autumn is in full swing. Leaves desiccate and litter the ground, chill sets in. The white gulls everywhere rejoice, as every fucking chain brings out pumpkin spice flavored garbage masquerading as food and or drink. My cynicism aside, I actually enjoy the weather. It's the cold-blooded wimps I find myself in the company of that can't stand it for very long. Apparently, it can snow in Dinofornia too. Again, this has always felt to me like the whole White Christmas jacking off thing. Just like, fuck off, man. It doesn't snow there. Just live with it. And if it does snow, it's like a couple of... Like, what a weird situation would you need for that to happen? Also, if this were to happen, Inko would fucking die because the Californians would just drive right over him. Because these people in Texas and the like, right, they don't know how to drive in snow. They lose their mind and just start going for every pedestrian they can, hoping to slow themselves down. So I grit my teeth in practice for when that comes to pass. I like how it's not even snowing. He's just like, yeah, it's gonna snow soon. What? On my morning commute, I found myself turning back just as Mr. Ferris boards. Oh, Mr. Moose, good to see you. How have you been? Mr. Ferris's role has always kind of been like, I know a lot of people see him as a parental figure, but in context, he's supposed to be like he's supposed to be himself, right? He's supposed to be a bit of an inspiration to our good friend Incognito. Whatever. Alright, Mr. Ferris. Strike me just how little I've seen him of late. I must suspect he quietly finished his work, so I ask, are you? It's been a while. That it has. Nothing too spectacular in my world either. Meetings and other matters across the district required my attention. But it's back to the grindstone. Why would you say nothing is spectacular and then say it's back to the grindstone? Wouldn't this be the grindstone if it's nothing spectacular? Anything new in my absence? Like, you can just cut this whole fucking sentence. No one cares. Anything new in my absence? I fill him in on a couple of my classes, update him on my photography endeavors, even showing him, well, some on the LCD screen of my fucking LCD screen. Ugh. Get an OLED, man! Ben, buy a better camera to give away to people. Very good. It's good to know that the artistry of a fine institution has gripped you. Not everybody is so driven. He has a grim pout and a far-off look. Part of me wondering if Liz has talked to him about Damon in detail. Of course she has. Who am I kidding? Honestly, how much does Liz talk to her uncle? Like, what's that connection like? Is it solid? Is it like every once in a while? We lapse in small talk about the weather and other banal bullshit before something pushes itself to the forefront of my mind. Hey, Mr. Ferris, it might be odd to ask, but what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. He's taken aback by the question before rubbing at his chin. Certainly unexpected. The reason you're pondering. Listen, man, you are literally a school inspector. Shouldn't you be super familiar with why people ask this question? Like, I know it's not estrus season, right? Yeah. It's like, my man, you have been in places. You have been in places where this question has come up. Ugh, whatever. Get out of here. Yeah, you know, just, I probably look evasive as hell right now, and fittingly so, because I'm trying my damnedest to avoid his gaze. It's something I'm trying to get a beat on. Mr. Ferris hums in contemplation. I see. Well, it's not an easy question. Everyone would have a different answer for you. But if I had to put it into words... He lowers his head and shuts his eyes, saying, I suppose in my experience it can best be summarized as to love someone is to accept them as they are. Warts and all. To be loved is to undergo... Listen, I don't know if you should ever let Ferris have this talk, though. Does he have this talk in the game? Feels so weirdly out of place from all things considered. All apples and tomatoes put in the same room. Does Ferris even show up in this chapter ordinarily? Yeah, he shows up for the path evaluation. And that's it. Does he show up in Chapter 9? No, Chapter 9 ends with him falling asleep. So we just inserted Ferris here for some reason? Like, I get it that Ferris is kind of... It can be a bit of a fan favorite to some people, but... I don't know if having him talk about love makes a lot of sense for the character. We just had a talk with love with several other characters. Why are we in a different chapter talking about... You could do this so much better. Like, it's really weird to end your chapter and then basically do what you did last chapter in the next one. I'm just saying you don't need this. Not to mention, you could just have this conversation later when Ferris is doing the chapter evaluation, doing like how well is your score doing? You know, you could do it there. And then it doesn't feel so fucking crowbarred in there. Maybe I should be an editor. I'm very good at yelling at people. Really is one of my top tier skills. I'm not that good at it, so that should tell you something. Should tell you something, buddies. Where were we? So I don't want to talk about this. Dial it back. Loving your... Like, I just don't know if Ferris should be the guy, though. Also, him pshawing feels a little too low for the character. He's very kind and cordial and respectful about things. It's kind of like having Inko say swears. It doesn't fit him. Unless the situation really calls for him. A really low-key, going-to-school metro situation. Anyway, that's kind of it. That's all this is for. Ferris shows up just to tell Inko, by the way, if you want to fuck someone, maybe be yourself or something. I don't know. I'm a little out of it for the rest of the day, and admittedly a little distant even to Olivia. How's that unusual? Didn't your whole relationship start a little distant? Even though I'm able to acknowledge it, it feels oddly out of my hands, though I'm sure she picks up on it. When lunch rolls around, I like to take mine outside. Olivia follows me begrudgingly, moaning all the while. There should be a period there. This feels like you're going a little too far with the sentence. The blood will freeze in my veins, Anon! And nobody said you had to, and come on, it's only 70. You don't have to if you don't want to. How cold is 70? Oh, let me pull up my little calculator machine. It's 70 Fahrenheit. 21 degrees Celsius? How is this cold? Oh my god, you warm-blooded losers. It snows here! And they consider 21 Celsius cold. How does it snow? And they don't immediately die. She's wearing a hoodie. She's not that coldly dressed. Yeah. But you'll probably choke to death on your sandwich if I'm not here. Ha. So funny, I almost forgot to laugh at that one. We joked so hard, they nearly hurled last week. The smug sneers match in smugness. Okay, listen. Just say her leer is matched in smugness only. Like, why are you smugging twice? You don't need the double smug. Like, say her smug sneer is matched only by her trolling tail, or just her. Like, you don't need to double up. I get it. We get it. Hey, you know that's a low blow. Damien fucking killed it with that joke. Bad out about halfway down my throat. She hums affirmatively before declaring. Jesus, why would you write it like that? Why are you writing so formal? Just says she nods along, and then just before, I don't know, man. Yep. And if you think of something so stupid you choke yourself to death, I'd have to kill you. So brave the elements, I must. Roll my eyes. It's not like I'm trying to talk. Not like I'm trying to talk her out of it, but I guess I'm looking for a moment apart. Don't get me wrong, I have more fun with it than anyone else, but between that and my own overthinking, I can't write everything in my head. But I really opened Pandora's box by going to that wedding. Soon enough, it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. It's two kitties! And they sing the song. I love that meme. I feel like this would work better if you start the chapter off with this. If you're gonna make a callback to it twice. Like, once it's like, Annel's a little shit poster. But twice you gotta establish it at the beginning as a little cute little... He's got Bill Withers in his head because he's full of love! That's cute. You missed your shot. My head is all jumbled up, and our words are no good when try think of say. The silence is awkward for the first time in recent memory between us. I want to bring up the wedding, but there's a dangerous attractions. I might spill my recent thoughts on love. Looking at Olivia now, she's huddled down into a chair as a hood pulled up over her head. That cold? Was that your first idea? Well, what can I say? Must be an empath. She sticks her tongue out at me but can't hide her own smile. Seriously, why come out here? I mean, you wanted to, I tried to egg on. Yes, and you. I haven't looked her in the eyes as deeply in a while. Those same silver pools with texture. Jesus Christ, Anna, you don't talk like this when you're crushing. Textured striations? You want to know what textured striations makes me think about? When fat people get fat so fast their skin tears apart. Ugh. This is like when men think it's super hot when you describe a woman as being moist and damp, and I'm like, ugh. Listen, I don't... Listen, all I'm saying is, women are meat, they are not applesauce. Ugh. Although juicy is also really weird. You do know that part smells, right? Because when you describe something wet as juicy, all I can think about is that one time I had to clear out a shower pit, and it was just full of the most disgusting gunk I've ever seen, and the guy who pulled it out was like, "That's juicy! Fuck! Ah! I'm going to die. Thanks." Hey, stop looking at me like that! Well, you did it first. In an instant, we're both flooded and missed it. Yes, why is the descriptive text explaining everything that's obvious from the text, from like the conversation log? The conversation is extremely evocative, and like, you're just hamming on stuff? Come on. Like, this you need, because you need to establish that Anon isn't actually talking, like he's thinking. But like, everything else about this really does contain everything that's going on, you know? You don't need to immediately make it clear that he's jolting. All things considered. Maybe leave it to the audience. Anyways, where you from? Anyway, where you from, Iceman? I want to make a quip about being humanophobic. That being a humanophobic slur, but how would it... How? If you're talking about the Inuits, you can just say Eskimo, man. Just be the bigger brand. But I decided I'd only end up fumbling it. Shit, she already knows the broad strokes of my hometown, but I don't remember if I said where I was from. You're from Springfield. Where it is, nobody knows. Oh. But the last time I thought of home. Guess it can't be called that now. It is this place. Fuck, stop sinking so hard. From, a place called Rock Bottom. Not much further. Pangea? We're not in America? The Midwest. Listen, if you actually have a continent that's Pangea, right, you would have so many fucking subdivision continents. You would not just go with the Midwest.
That would be way too big of an area. You don't even have Canada and Mexico to bounce off of, right? You might have some Great Lakes.
Makes sense.
Fuck you mean makes sense?
Only crazies come from the Midwest.
I've been told that's actually true, though.
What does it say about you that your best friend is Midwest crazy? That's probably overstepping it at her. She smirks and leans forward.
Like, just keep this line. Just keep this line, get rid of this one, and have her do this. It captures the vibe way better.
Means I'm the weird, quiet girl with the Midwest craziest for a best friend.
Wow, it skips a beat.
Really? So, what was it like? Try and tell me I'm wrong.
Well, also, wouldn't Olivia ask about how the whole wedding thing went? You know, if she actually has any interest in you, wouldn't she be interested in what you did with your life? Holy shit, this guy owns a lot of tabletop books. What the actual hell? I'm gonna type a good old holy shit at this man. Well, I rack my brain as I lean back before ultimately coming to... Shit, okay. So, there were a lot of crazies and not a lot of redeeming it. Can't be that cool if it brought me here. I mean, like down to 40, but you know my story. I mean, hey, how were things before I showed up?
Oh, horrible. Everyone here sucked. I mean, they still do, I guess. But for real, most of the faculty had to stick up their ass, and the student body was hanging on for dear life. I'd do anything to get out of here, if I could take you and Damien with me.
I don't know if you should take Damien with you. It's a third wheel.
Huh. I'm at a loss for words. Pretty high esteem, isn't that?
I mean, she's known Damien for practically a whole life, and me for less than half a year.
She doesn't even hesitate in mentioning me right after him.
Though she mentioned you before him. A clever Anon would note that.
Colorful. Oh, wait. Voice principal scalar.
Colorful. A displeased nasal elven voice comments. In that moment, you could hear a pin drop in China. Oh yeah, I forgot how early this is in the actual sequence. But yeah, like, we already did a Ferris moment. Why couldn't you just have Ferris be here? I mean, I guess it's like, oh no, Olivia's here and Anon can talk. Why can't Anon chase after him and, like, talk about something? Like, oh, he dropped something in the fucking... There's so many ways to make this work that are not fucking crowbarring in scenes you don't need. And you could keep it short, too, because he's like, listen, I don't have time to talk about this, Anon, but I'll give you the basics. That way, he doesn't have to do all this... Come on! You were this close! Hold up. Hold up. There's only one appropriate response to this, okay? I don't fucking care how you think or feel. About your life. Where is it? Where is it? Is this even the right one? This seems like a whole different thing.
You were close.
Man, I love that shit. Quality. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah. You were close. Yeah, they picked some really good soundtracks, things for this. That's not like, made themselves. In that moment, you could hear a pin drop in China. You're on Pangea! Where the fuck is China? It's as if the surrounding birds all hold a collective breath as God himself stalled the very winds that only a moment ago harrowed Olivia with their chill. We both slowly creak our stiff-necked heads towards the source. It will scale us since only a few yards away, steam blowing out of her earholes as she purses her lips in quivering rage. Why the fuck are they outside anyway? It feels so weird for them to do during a lunch. Yeah, it's way too cold for dinosaurs. We're gonna go for an exterior building walk. Her teeth grind horrifically. Why does Anon care about her dental situation as she stares down at Olivia in particular? It's only then that I notice Mr. Ferris at his side, dressed in his usual weekday best. I
don't often see him during the day, but it reminds me of just how lonely my mornings will be when he finally wraps up the audit.
What were you saying just now about student morale, Principal Scaler?
Mr. Ferris's usual teddy bear charm is instantly replaced by an oppressively cold gaze. Is it a gaze at that point? That makes even me shiver. Shouldn't Anon say something like to be shiver and collateral? Feels a bit more sassy. A quick scratching of his pen on his clipboard, and I can only imagine the kind of venomous note that warranted.
Olivia covers quickly, swallowing
harshly before she rasps. Said had ever since Principal Scaler took over as a principal, things have gotten better.
Listen, I get it, right, but remove the double principal. Please remove the triple principal.
Unexpected cover for Scaler. Even her face pales back to its normal shade with a look of surprise at that. Right. I find myself interjecting. Jesus Christ, it's so overwritten. To bring the conversation to a quicker end. You're not making it quicker for the reader by talking this much. I have no real complaints in any case. Like, this is a statement you say to end something quickly. Fuck off with your over elaboration of the obvious. Let the text talk. My God.
So, Mr. Moose?
Mr. Fitz is a really good actor, or he sees me nothing more than an average student. That's a hell of a cold look.
Would you say your time in St. Helens since your transfer has been both fruitful and comfortable?
1,000 possible words come to mind. Some embittered that it took this long to get comfortable. Were you ever expecting to be comfortable and it wasn't your plan to vanish off the face of the earth? Others are necessarily expositive on all the hardships up until now. What hardships? Not that much happened, all things considered. Some others just get so ranting. Looking at Olivia? Yeah. Again, don't fuck off with this. Yeah. It'd be a lie to put it any other way. Olivia rises also slowly my lingering gaze as I say my piece, with Mr. Ferris quickly resuming the conversation as her face flashes a vibrant pink. Is that what you need to do and nothing else? I mean, considering how long this fucking paragraph and a half are, I don't think so.
What about you, Miss Olivia Halford?
We like to call this in the business ludonarrative dissonance. And you might say, Safi, ludo refers to games, which this is not. It's a fic. And I'm like, fine, we'll just call it narrative dissonance. Meta-narrative dissonance, technically speaking, but hey.
What about you, Mrs. Halford? Was it?
Any comments regarding St. Amand High?
Be honest, if you would.
Olivia furiously rubs at her face before exhaling to center herself. How the fuck would you... Just let the text be. Well, the school needs more handicap access ramps, and the elevator in the main building is busted. Sometimes it gets stuck for a minute on end.
I find myself smiling and nodding at the subtle request, but
why? Wait, is she... kind of sort of admitting her disability? The Olivia I met at the start of the year would have probably dragged herself up a flight of stairs rather than seek help. My smile deepens, and so does Mr. Ferris. Something I want to point out, and this is something that has been... I think I mentioned this before, but I feel like it's one of those things that's worth bringing up every once in a while, because it's kind of central. Olivia is what we like to call a clean cripple. Listen, I talk to a lot of people who have disabilities, and they like to talk about the dirty and the grimy part of it. About the whole, like, you know... And I feel like they would say stuff like, it's kind of annoying that Olivia doesn't have to deal with the obvious questions of, like, bladders and bowels and, like, can she actually, like, how does she deal with toilets? Because being in a wheelchair, a big question is, how do you handle toilets? Because sitting on a toilet, taking off your pants, and do you even have bladder control are, like, huge questions for if you're paralyzed from the waist down. And her being in the knees is, like, there's so much effort taken for Olivia's disability to be this thing they can just wipe under the fucking rug. It's like, oh, she can dance. You know, it makes sense because, you know, it's only from the knee down, which is a really weird injury, and the game never acknowledges that. And, like, Olivia's disability doesn't come up in any way that I think they would consider, like, legit. Like, yeah, it's so she can't climb up the stairs to go see the fountain, but, like, she could have just tripped and fell on the fountain and been injured, and she couldn't go there for a while because she broke her leg. Like, nothing about that experience is disabled. It is injury that makes it that way. And I feel that Olivia is like a really clean cripple, in that you don't actually have to contend with the fact that she's disabled. It never feels significant, like anyone has to make any fucking compromises. It's never like that. Like, we get the opening scene with her racing around. That's like the biggest acknowledgement it has for, like, okay, she has accommodations. Those barely come up. She has an elevator key. That's mostly used for a hiding spot. It's like... I wonder how the demo would have handled this.
If I recall correctly, Wani Gamu does like legitimately have Olivia's disability be a point of contention, where she like basically asks Inko a whole bunch of fucking questions. Like, Olivia, can't you see this man is like completely disinterested in you? Why do you ask him so many questions? You dumb. Ugh. Ugh. Also, I love how Wani Gamu, it's like super unclear. Is this a high school or are they in college? It's not a good question to ask yourself. It would work better if the world is like significantly different from ours, because then it's like, oh, what kind of weird school is this? But you never get that vibe, so it's like, what? High school campus? Huh? Duh. Also, our PE teacher steals hats from students and awards them in the equipment shed. Wait, seriously? It's a private school for specials. No! That's that. God, I forgot the name. How could I forget the name? I could. Forgot the name for that other one. Where like a whole bunch of people have disabilities and it's kind of interesting. Although I heard some criticism that apparently the blind girl wasn't done well, but maybe I'm thinking about a different story where like the blind person was like, this blind person doesn't act. Maybe I'm thinking of a really shit YouTube, as in the book is shit, not the YouTuber and the reviewer shit, where they were like, why is this blind person talking like they have sight, like they keep describing things in colors and shit. And it's like, what are you doing, man? That's blind people would never describe things as purple. They would playfully, jokingly describe things as purple because it's like, everyone keeps saying purple's a thing. I mean, everything. The Blind Raptor is the Blanca project. I know about. She's such a fucking shit name for someone who's blind and has white eyes. Come on. Oh my god. Olivia is not. It's not called Legolas in Seattle. Oh. Wait, seriously? You know what? That hat hole pass makes a hell of a lot more sense now. Scaler's face reddens again. Come on, she saved your ass a minute ago, lady. He's hoping Ben gets an earful. She's dying to give when Mr. Farris splits. The gentle giant himself merely nods and writes something down, with a noticeably calmer script now. Scaler barely snaps her grimace back into a passable parade smile. Parade smile. As she turns back, I'm not saying it's wrong, but like my brain does not know what that is out of the gate. I can kind of envision it. It's like you're at a parade and you know the president sitting in the little chair, smiling happily right before the bullet hits him. But you know what I mean. It seems as though there's still some leftover issues from the previous administration after all. Have you already seen to correcting Mrs. Halford's well-founded complaints? Isn't Olivia like the only person who uses any of these accommodations? Because you never really get the impression there's anyone else, and I don't think anyone mentions anyone else either. So it's like, Olivia, when you're out of school, this shit doesn't matter anymore. No one cares. You're out by the end of the year, buddy. Principal Scaler coughs the frog out of her throat. I mean, I get it, but on the other hand, I've already sent the district a request for a technician to see the elevator. Another known clipboard of death. And Mr. Farris clicks his pen close and returns to his coat pocket. And for my part, I shall see to it that the request is expedited when I return to the office. And this PE teacher, like Mrs. Halford mentioned. Oh yes, Coach, sorry. It's his legal name. I know. Right. Mr. Farris massages the bridge of his rostrum. Jesus, what a fucking word and a half. Rostrum! Let's see. The beak-like projection, especially stiff snout and anterior prolongation of the head, crustacean of cetacean. Also found on insects. And I'm probably going to say something like... Before turning back to Olivia Knight. Why is there a comma there, and why do you continue with a uppercase? Because that's not how that works. Well, I suppose that's enough of an inquisition for today. Scalar mimes a silent but very real So is she miming a silent... what? If it's real, then... how do you sigh quietly? It's literally breathing. Mr. Moose, how would you say things are going for you outside of school this time? As a growing adult. I awkwardly grimaced asked the question. Well, better. Start of the year, I had pretty much zero prospects. That isn't exactly the case anymore. I guess things will be okay. Feeling like it's never been so back. God, why do you say it like that? I'm back, baby! Naktu, baby! Hold up, there's something I want to know. I know there's a guy that like has the cute little script section. Um. Mr. Farris rubs at his chin, astounded at that turn of phrase.
Never been so back. Question mark goes in the apostrophe. And it sounds positive. Ring of the Youth never ceases to amaze me. Fuck, I need to stop handing him freebies like that. Or anything, if it means I'll start talking like a Zoomer again. And on, you're a Zoomer. Aren't you? Is he? I don't even know if he's a Zoomer. And on, why would you call someone a Zoomer if you are one? A faint smirk finally graces his cold features again. How the I don't know how to tell you this, but like the whole concept of like Zoomers existing implies the existence of a war that led to the baby boom, which in turn led to all the other necessary terminology, right? Like, I know I'm the guy who complained that stop fucking and getting upset that the word Zeppelin is in a fancy story because nobody fucking knows it's named after some dipshit. But Zoomer is beyond what I consider acceptable you can fuck around terminology. The faint smirk finally... Is Ferris smirking? Grazes his cold features again. Glad to hear the two of you are doing well. A knowing look, yeah, because he knows, because you literally talked about this. Wouldn't it be a little... Come on. I think I have everything I need for the time being. I interviewed 2 students. One of whom has a bias, and the other of whom is too new. Good job, Ferris. Very good at your job. How do we adjourn? Why don't you sojourn? Come on. I'll go over the future budgetary plans. Oof. It's kind of interesting that for all intents and purposes, Ferris is like very much cowed by authority above herself, you know. It's a lot of bowing. Yeah, Led Zeppelin, he invented the Zeppelins. It's so fucking... Like, I know a lot of people say this that's super obvious. If you're in a music world, it's obvious. And where were we? I wish you'd done this freshman year. Olivia sighs and snaps at a chicken Caesar salad forcefully. Why the fuck is she eating so many greens? Isn't she a carnivore? I don't think like that. I mean, sure, freshman sucked, and Mia still kind of makes shit. I purposely refused to add on any positivity, simply staring at her with a black expression. Dick. On a real note, again, I've started to realize that these kinds of timing clues are really not needed in written text. Let your audience decide! On a real note, I say after a laughing fit at my own joke, Anon, are you turning into a normie? Please stop. We're not even at the part where you were allowed to turn into a normie yet. Senior year's almost over. It's not even been half a year, Anon! You can't take back the shit times. At least they're better now, and it will make for better future Olivias and Anons. I cough at the mental image of a hypothetical... Jesus Christ, Anon. This is all men care about, is their progeny. They will kill any woman once they have their kids to carry on their bloodline. And by God, they better be guys to carry on their bloodlines. Anon, why are you so obsessed with your last name persisting? Moose is fucking shit. Hey, says the lady whose name is Halford. It's a perfectly cromulent name, unlike yours, Mr. Mouse. Anon is split personality. Yeah, fucking Monkey Anon is taking over again. I hate Monkey Anon. I want him to go away. Be gone. And so we're out of here. And, then what? Then what? And then taxes, I guess. Seriously, what's that mean? You do art stuff? I paused for far too long as I scrambled to think of anything at all. I was gonna fall back to a cheap joke instead. Flunk out of college and ride the rails up and down the West Coast. Aim big. Am I right? And you say that, but like, pretty sure that's what May in that other one's up to, and she's... Oh my god, Olivia Halford, because she's only half of her body. Fuck! Holy shit, I'm so pissed right now. But yeah, Night in the Woods. You know, May is up to that. Maybe you could join May. Maybe that's how we can write that fic. How inspirational. Guess I'll get my art degree. Only time I'm worth a damn is with a brush in my hands anyways. Olivia, you're good or not, you're a good person and friend. Everything else is bullshit. C's get degrees, you know? Yeah, especially because they want your debt. They want your fucking money. The mood improves a little bit at that. Without any more lighthearted clownery can help. Talking about the future. It's just a massive weight bearing down on both of us. But at least she has a future. A bit hazy. I'm still the same old drift-through-life Anon, try as I might otherwise. She lets out an irritated grunt. Oh my god, stop sitting there moping! Stop like you're really some hopeless, burned-out car fiend or something. Look at her, I see a similar frustration to my own scrunching on her face. For a moment, a sense of indignation almost makes me bite back, but then I realize just how funny this is. Anon's just laughing his ass off. Jesus Christ, Anon. Girls don't care if you laugh at their jokes all the damn time. Have some decency. Ugh. Oh, hardy har, what's so funny about that? Because the gate is calling the grass green, you mopey bitch. She closes her eyes, trying her best not to join in, ultimately succumbing to with a few chuckles of her own. Still seems a bit dour. Not like a couple of my dumb jokes can solve an existential dread. This would already be a millionaire. Anon being fucking funny only makes sense in the context of the person reading it going either agreeing with Anon because they're losers or thinking Anon is a loser. Like, Anon's not supposed to actually be funny. Too much, at least. I forgot how much Fang laughs at his jokes or not. I don't recall that being a huge thing. I didn't expect lunch to go this way, and damn it. All that stupid mushy love and the brain bullshit I was thinking today. I was gonna try and gauge her on it. Subtly. There goes that plan as she lapses back into a melancholic silence. Lunch bell soon following. Photography lapses in the blink of an eye because Ben doesn't matter at this point in the original game, so what scene? We're gonna insert a Ferris scene. Okay, listen, okay? Let me just put this down. I get it, right? We already had a Ben scene before this on the... whatever. But, like, why did you insert a Ferris... Come on. Even when I forcefully take over pushing a chair to history, marking a slow speed, she neither seems thrilled or pissed, just distance. Oh, how the turns of table today. Huh. The 5-minute walk to class is interminably? Interminably? My god, Anon, could you use some normal words for normal people? Get the fuck out of here! AI, no! Be gone! Why doesn't it pop up the usual little thing? In a way that lasts for a very long time and is therefore boring or annoying. Are you calling your girlfriend boring or annoying? Holy shit, Anon. Just putting this out there, buddy, but...
You were close.
Just love the little cling afterwards. If they're gonna spice it up... Oh, man. Like, you're allowed to have a different Anon, but then, you know, commit to the bit. Don't give me a fucking Anon that feels like original Anon and then make him Anon, but actually he's also Inko and he has a monkey in his brain that makes him progress the plot onwards because he wouldn't otherwise. Just make the Anon that makes the plot progress otherwise. Even the low speaking voice, Olivia almost always fills our walk with rambling about some anime or another. Rot stuff, esoteric internet shit. But not today. But not today.
Man, I haven't listened to this song in a bit. I made it awkward. I made it awkward. That's what you do, Anon. You should be familiar with this experience. And now I've ruined all the goodwill I built up. After Jesus, why art thou so cruel in thy machinations? Thinking hard, or hardly thinking there, Olivia. Right, sorry, I'm not really all here right now. Yeah, I figured. Anything you want to share? Oh, man. We're just having 3 lines of text? We're not doing 15 extra sentences of, like, descriptive bullshit we don't need? She throws her head back in a signature groan, eyes meeting mine as her face comes dangerously close. Not that close. It causes me to blush and move back a bit. Like, here's the thing, right? I'm not saying you can't do Anon, who is, like, not unable to handle a woman that actually wants to romance him. I think there's a very fun story to be had in Anon. I'm not talking Mia levels of, like, fucking, we're going French kissing day one. I mean someone like Liz, who might be a little bit more forward. Maybe someone like, how do you imagine someone like Lunara might be, you know? She's not doing the thing of, like, pure passivity. She's going to engage. She's going to, you know, be a little flirty about it. I think it'd be adorable to have Anon deal with a woman like that that's actually interested in him, and he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, where is this coming from? Why does a woman want me? And he's just completely confused and unable to handle it, and I would love that. That seems fun, because then you can have Anon blush and be this bashful little weirdo who's like, I want to be a weirdo, but I can't, because I keep thinking about girls! Or if you want to be fancy, just gonna wink at the camera. You can think about guys too. You're allowed to have him smooch a trans woman and or a trans man or a non-binary and just fucking go hog wild. You can go hog wild, man. But that's cute, right? Like, honestly, that'd be kind of neat. Because Anon seems like the kind of person, like, even if you're gonna go with gay Anon, I kind of think there's a fun story to be told. And Anon has always repressed his gayness because that's how it works on 4chan, right? Like, he's never really confronted his sexuality because he's just shut in, and unfortunately, it's like he called people gay, so he never really thought about it. Like, it never came to his mind at any moment. So now that he's confronted with an actual gay guy that wants to give him a big old fat kiss on the lips, he's like, I don't know what to do with this. Why do is this love? Baby, don't hurt me? Don't hurt me no more? That means someone else other than Anon would have to take the lead. Yes, because Anon is actually a really shit protagonist when you think about it. When you really think about it, the only reason that Anon and Fang get together at all is because someone else pushed them in the same room over and over again. Like, if you really think about it, Anon is a terrible protagonist. And that's kind of the point of Snoot Game! Ugh! No one made I don't want him to kiss Nasser. I want someone new, someone fresh. Because I don't like a lot of the guys in this. I don't like a lot of the girls. Like, a lot of the secondary characters are like, yeah, they're cute. Like, I can kind of see Lunara. I can see Mia. But, you know. They're not my tastes. Which is ironic, because I have a little very short draft on Damien over there. Where Damien is the protagonist. Because, you know, tertiary characters and push him to the forefront. You can call him secondary all you want, but we all know that's not really true. Anyway. Okay, make me blush a bit. I really got to thinking about what you said earlier. I really got to think about what you said earlier. Neither of us know shit about what we'll do when it's over. Well, not fair. I have no plans. You go college and up things. Feeling of dread inhabits my hollow chest cavity. You know, that'd be very cute for Anon to say if he was literally like a vampire and they cut his heart out years ago. And he's like, man, haven't had a heart in 15 years. Makes the heart palpitations really weird, though. I've had a couple of... I don't know what it is, but lately I've been thinking about First off, I've been reading Mob Psycho, and it's a blast. It's a blast. But outside of that, I've been thinking about some actually fucking banger lines. I'm like, I should capture these banger lines and not write them down. And instead let their ambient essence suffuse my works in other ways. Because I forgot, I didn't write them down, so I can't even quote them for you. But there's some actual jokes that work in the written medium that aren't just like, we're gonna describe to you what this would look like in the manga. Which to me always felt like a bit of an admittance of defeat. What the fuck? It's the fire alarm going off. That's so good. Why is my room so warm? What's the weather like? What the fuck? No. It's not even that warm. My room is just extremely hot. What the hell's going on? Wait, I should say this the proper way. What in the goddamn? There. Anyway, where was I? Let's see. She and the others could easily leave me behind. Not out of malice, but just the facts. She's gonna stick around with a futureless loser. Much less... No, I don't even know what she really thinks of me. Shouldn't classic Anon think otherwise? Be cute, though. No, I mean, you shouldn't point it out, really. You should let the audience decide that for themselves and realize it posthumously if they're that stupid. You, act like that's something at all, and really. Olivia chokes on her own words, and I don't see the threat until it saccharinely greets us, baring its teeth all the while. I thought this implication was like that she didn't... Like, the problem I have with the sentence as I look at it is, you act like it's nothing at all when really, and it sounds like she's choking on her words because she realizes something, but no, it's this. It feels like you're trying to say something significant about the sentence, but it's not the point, which is cute, I guess. From a writing perspective, it's kind of neat to have expectations of the word, but hey.
Hey, it's Olivia.
Mia's pitched-up tone belies a greater hatred than she'd ever given her before, and blood turns to ice in my veins.
Ice, ice, baby.
Then around turns to me and her entire act drops. And friend. Olivia tenses up in her chair. A contraction that, while imperceptible... If it's imperceptible, how did you perceive it? Rattles through my hands on the handlebars. Then it's not imperceptible! Like people say, well, perception is sight. No. I'm pretty sure perception refers to all senses. To become aware of or conscious of something. It does not refer to your ability to see shit. It's almost imperceptible is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Yeah. Your hesitant were trying to turn away from the obstacle before us with each syllable. Her shaky hands jerk at her wheels, turning a chair at a snail's pace. Fucking pick up the pace, lady.
Got a couple of questions for you, Olivia. Would you humor me for a little bit?
Mia's veiled hostility as she speaks is scarier than anything. Also, you're allowed to... Like, if Anon is not the main character, you're just allowed to have him still be the protagonist from the writing perspective, right? He's allowed to still be the point of view. If anything, it's kind of cute. Or have the other person do it, and then be like, oh man, look at this fucking loser of a guy. Look at how much he blushes just because a girl calls him cute. What a loser! Ugh, it'd be even better if that same character's like aware of pickup artists and it's like, man, I can't wait for him to start saying pickup lines and become the most undateable man in human history. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, man, but pickup artistry, as far as I've heard from women, is like, it's a red flag the size of your entire body. Jesus. Like, any woman you apparently can get with that belongs in the trash. Then, she hip-checks me, sending me flying from the back of Olivia's chair as she takes the reins.
Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't mind.
Mia! Check my volume as the outburst gathers attention and forces Mia to glower at me. Andrew Glower, creator of Rune Escape. Like hell, we'd go anywhere with you.
Oh, we?
Also, doesn't Anon have like a slightly good relationship with Mia? Like, he had a scene with her, right? He's not on the worst terms like Inko was. Because with Inko, there's no communication. But Anon, you've had a moment. Like, it shouldn't be as harsh. Especially not since he's not bullying despite you being the ultimate bullying victim. The words drip venom before a sort of clarity dawns on me. She looks between us, repeating.
We? Oh, he's so funny. We're just gonna go for a little girl talk. No boys allowed. Sorry, you up for that, right, Liv?
Actually, I'm a trans man and Anon's a trans woman, so how about you go have a chit-chat with the girl in the room, and the man in the room is gonna drive off. Just fucking Back to the Future, flaming wheels and everything. And Anon's like, well, I guess this is a really weird way, but Nona is the new name. She, her, okay? Fuck, this is a really weird way to come up. Man, the guts of the author who writes that fucking sentence. The guts of the author who writes a coming out in that way. Oh. That's such a power move.
Oh! Losing my shit over a terrible joke. Oh. I'm dying here. What was happening again? Mia puts a hand on her shoulder and cockily raises an eyebrow at me. Well, at least she's not cockily cocking it up. Please tell her to piss back off to whatever biker ball she got railed out in. Railed out in? Out in? Roll away from her. Anything? The Lunar... Don't call it a pickle!
No! That's such a bad word to use.
Senator knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing to me with that line. Instead, Olivia stays silent, a look of wide-eyed fear paralyzed on her face. It's a weird way to describe this. I don't know why, but the use of the word... Like, I can see paralyzed being used here, but not like this. Like, to paralyze something on her feels more active than the verb paralyze should imply. Mia mockingly shows me,
Oh, so yeah, will just be a moment. Don't worry, the pretty lady is.
well, how nice of you to call him pretty. Oh, you think I'm pretty? Flutters eyelashes. Then I'm suddenly alone as the big red cunt drives off with Olivia. Without any protest. Protest? Jesus, Anon. Safi, you're losing it. You're even calling yourself Anon because you're just that fucking dunzo kabunzo. I got 5 minutes until I'm dead. Please, remember me for being stupid. On my tombstone. Just put a big old face with his tongue sticking out. With the word big dingus. You're on adventure in the darkest dungeon, breaking your mind. Ha! Ancient scriptures and tomes of realms never seen. I open the page, and it's that fucking joke I just said. My mind, it curls inward like a monkey's paw, for I have learned the truth of reality, and it's so fucking funny. Ah. Fractals are funny. That's one way to describe Call of Cthulhu. Anyway, where was I? I'm deflated just as much by Mia's domineering presence as I am by Olivia's timid lack thereof. Didn't fight at all. Am I making the right call? She knew when to roll away before, so maybe I don't know, white knighting her? Getting in the way? Ignoring the unspoken danger if I followed her, found my feet thoroughly planted on the spot. What the fuck are you... Like, I get what you're saying here, right? But this is so weird. Like, even ignoring the unspoken danger if I followed. Then this implies you're gonna say that he's moving, but he's not. It's just... It's like you're setting up a sentence and then you're... Olivia knows what she's doing. She doesn't need to be swinging in the rescue or some stupid fancy like that. Yeah, we already had the bully scene for one. Until you just called yourself out for white knighting. We have 2 reasons for you not to even consider it. Just a minute anyway. She'll be back in class and we can all laugh after school over whatever childish bullshit Mia was trying to pull. I still keep throwing glances down the hall so I could see to Mrs. Prockling's. I half expect Olivia to come wheeling down the hall any second, there in great parasol in tow. But I make it to Prockling's without that occurring and take my seat, watching the clock in anticipation. Damn it, you useless fucking idiot. Mia! You just let her roll off with fucking Mia? I'm holding my head in my hands and pressing it as hard as I can to suppress the desire to shout it from the top of my lungs. Prockling has long since lulled the class into open-eyed slumber, and yet there still is no sign of Olivia. Of course that girl talk stuff was bullshit. I mean, I didn't believe it then, but how bad could it really be was it really for her now? Would Mia really hurt her? Am I saying as if Mia has a code of honor that precludes hurting or killing someone just because they're in a wheelchair already? Place my hand back on my nose, massaging my sinuses when I remember I have the perfect out from class right now. Back in rock bottom during the dry season, I could strike up a nosebleed just by swiping a tissue around up there too fast. I get a frantically rub and twist up my nose, sniveling a few times, trying to recreate the Shining's elevator scene. But even after a few minutes of non-stop meddling, there's nothing. Oh no, your body is conspiring against you. Damn California, coastal climate.
Even now, that sea air is foiling me, making it far too humid to force a nosebleed. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Fuck, I'm really contemplating this. Two options then, crushing on the... And on... At this point, couldn't you just ask for the fucking hall pass? I like how this man goes from I can slightly induce a nosebleed to I have to physically injure myself now. Jesus! Then on entering the room, gets a ping from his Echo Gas 3. Hello, Marcus, here I have an opportunity for you. Sorry, Olivia, I have to go to the border planets for loot! Listen, he has to go to Super Earth because they're under attack right now or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Maybe it's already over, I don't know. Listen, I'm just sitting here in the Capitol. I'm looking out my window every once in a while. You know, it'll solve itself. It's not a problem. Slamming my nose into the desk sounds noisy. But more than that, with my luck, I'd break cartilage and fuck my mug up worse than it already looks. A sharpened pencil. There's even a sharpened pencil in my dick just to prick a tiny hole. Oh my god! Why do I get this? Like, what did Inko do? Holy shit! This Anon sure does talk a lot. You mean, what do you mean he talks a lot? Yeah, like, in the original, he just says that he shat himself, but Anon goes to fucking injure himself? And yes, I do feel that this Anon really overcomplicates very simple ideas. Not in a cute way or a introspective way. He just uses way too many words. Or sometimes just doubles up on things that are self-explanatory. It's really weird and annoying. And it takes away from his sass. It also makes Monkey Anon feel a lot more weird. Because you get more... whatever. Yes, it's almost like whoever wrote this thinks that you're supposed to describe the pacing like a manga. Like you're supposed to have a visual element, you're supposed to have a timing element. It's like, man, get out of here. I'm gonna start reading my Mob Psycho manga. It's right next to me. Where am I? I'm in volume 3, by the way. Page 108. Even I want to change. Ritsu, no! Why did I give you that voice? You're not even... The lab is here. It's a block of condos. The Fortress of Seasoning. Jesus, what a fucking name. I love that it's called Seasoning City, and it's this whole thing of like, you want to go to Mayo High? Bean paste? I knew this was bad news. This is just way too shady. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Why did the artist torture himself with a man who's wearing a checkerboard suit? I love the art in this. It's always just a little It's always just a little that's rough, buddy. But I love it for it. Oh, it's so charming. It's trying so hard, and I love it. It makes the few times when he does, like, draw a more powerful emotional scene, like when he actually does shading, or something artistic, or he fucking blows up the entire room, it just feels so powerful! Because every bit of other art looks so stupid! And more importantly, holy shit, this is important! In Volume 2, listen, you need to know about this. Page 181, Chuchinoko Real! My entire life validated. Chuchinoko Real! Jesus. Why is my room so warm? I need to open my windows or something. What? Seriously, it's not that warm outside. I'm not that hot right now. Whatever. Enough about that. Yeah, it goes on and on for no reason. Like this is. Let me hold on. Let me shut down the music. I'm already running about Tsuchinoko Real. Let me take you to the world of writing, right? And I want to put down a very simple concept. How important is the method by which Anon leaves the room? In the original game, in the actual game, which is not a pure written script, this scene is extraordinarily short. Allow me to tell you all the lines that are him being in the class. By the time I get to Prockling's history class, I'm half expecting to find Olivia already waiting for me. Some kind of remark primed and ready to be spoken to me. But instead, she isn't there. I reluctantly take my seat, tapping my foot impatiently. Even when the bell comes and goes, there's still no sign of her. Shit. Again, I said before that I don't like it when Inko swears because he's a big lap boy. It really makes this moment a little punchier by not having him swear, except right here.
I mean, he probably swears at other opportunities, but it really does add a little bit. Shit is not that hard as fucking is, but you know what I mean. I shouldn't have let Olivia go with her alone. What the hell was I thinking? I really don't want to cut class, but I can't afford anything bad happening to her. Nope, I can't sit and do nothing. I shoot my hand up into the air, causing Miss Procklin to pause mid-lecture. Yes, Miss Tornado. Mrs. Procklin, can I be excused? Why? Class barely started a few minutes ago. Because I shat myself. Cut this line off. Also, see about a sprite of her pinching her snoot. They're gonna make one of those? I mean, then don't use her enough to justify that. Fuck. I'm halfway out the door already. I like this one so much. Like, he just torpedoed his personal reputation and ran out the room before she got to say anything. This scene does everything it needs to. It establishes that it's taken a fucking while for Olivia to come back. Inko is getting nervous. He can't get out easy because if he excuses himself, it's like a few minutes. Bathroom time isn't now yet. And, like, it establishes the urgency and the action. Just 20 sentences, right? At most. Are, bam, scene done. We're there. We're moving. I get it. We have a visual component. But this scene, right, is very minimal in how much it leans on the visual component of a visual novel. The visual novel parts here are comparatively, compared to some other scenes where more things move around. 20 lines. 20 at most. And they're very short ones. They are not run-on sentences. We are. Holy shit. This is like 10 fucking paragraphs. For what? It doesn't matter. Why are you hurting yourself, Anon? At least Inko tried before hurting himself. Although in his case, socially. Also, isn't it kind of fun? Like, here, let me pull you back. There's an interesting point that I just realized. Inko does not physically hurt himself. He hurts himself socially. Remember, Inko admires Ben for his capacity to influence people when he messes up. Inko attaches a lot of value to his public perception. And he says to a class of people, I shat myself. That is a powerful moment saying something about Inko's willingness to sacrifice himself for Olivia. Anon doesn't do that here. He just fucking stabs himself, which is way less interesting. Anon is not described as being that kind of... like, his physicality isn't important. If anything, Anon should do something that makes him super overt. Like, what? Like, I don't want the mental image of Anon bleeding out of his fucking nose because he shot the pencil up there. Why are you doing this? Why are you grossing me out? This isn't the point. It's like I'm watching a fucking 90s cartoon. Ren and Stimpy shoving pencils up their ass. So we're just gonna skip this, because, again... And now he's gonna talk with a funny accent, you know? Because the time you want to have a character speak with a silly accent is when they're talking about one of the most serious moments in your fucking story. Then they got to talk with a silly accent. It's fun when it makes sense, like, Mia punches him, and then he has a nosebleed, then it feels pertinent. But this is... What are you doing? What are you doing? Again, this man makes a Ferris scene that is like... It's so obvious that the author is, like, whenever he goes off the fucking rails, it just stops working very quickly. It's just leaning heavily on the original script. To get the buff of Seppuku Ash of War. Hold up. Hold up. I need to know if what this buff is, and then I can tell you if that's fair or not. Eldempedia. Ash of War is Seppuku. Seppuku. Grants affinities and skills to... Fuck off. Grants affinities and skills to an ornament. The Ash of War grants an ornament the blood affinity the following skill. Skill. Seppuku! Forbidden techniques used by swordsmen from the land of reeds. Plunge the blade into your stomach and stain it with blood. Increases attack power and improves the ability to inflict blood loss. That's pretty fucking cool. That's what we in the business like to call swell. Let's see. Thrust a weapon into the wielder's stomach, dealing damage equal to 50% of the wielder's maximum HP plus 100. Granting a weapon buff that lasts for 60 seconds that has 30 physical attack power and base 30 blood loss buildup. The entire thing takes 4.03 seconds or 121 frames to complete. If you kill yourself with this, it's fucking funny. God damn it. I was trying to buff myself, and now I'm dead. How did this happen? How could this happen? He committed the art of Sudoku. Where the hell could they have gone? We're on the second floor, and I doubt either of them would have used the elevator. Why would you use either twice like that? Either because Olivia would refuse or Mia would find it unnecessary. So a classroom nearby? A lot are empty on this... How would you know that Mia would find that unnecessary? Have you talked to her about elevator use? Wouldn't the elevator actually be a good place for them to have a private conversation since she can lock the fucking door? Like, Olivia would just refuse outright, and then Mia would give up. I think is how that would go, and she would like, fine, we'll find you a fucking other place. A lot are empty in this wing. Most seniors have enough credits to forego the end-of-the-day classes that these rooms teach. What? Is that how that works? Soon enough, I hear the telltale squeaking of Olivia's wheelchair. How fucking loud is her wheelchair? Thank God she never listened to my suggestion to oil it. The piercing squeak will forever be music in my ears from here on out. How did Inko find her again? Oh, that's actually in the original game. It's still weird, though. Although in this one, there's a lot less emphasis put on it. It's just like, finally something snaps me out of my trance. It is implied that her chair is a bit old and under-maintained, though. Finally something snaps me out of my trance. It's faint sound of squeaking metal. I've heard that sound before. I turn towards the sound just beyond the door of a nearby classroom. I do like this a bit more because it doesn't feel as, like, Deus Ex Machina in terms of, like, importance. It's just like, he hears the noise and he acts on it because he's emotional and instinctual. And on here is fucking theorizing, writing a game theory for himself. I brace myself just outside the door to steady my panicked breathing and overhear the tail end of the conversation. The two voices overlap as I thrust the door open in a dramatic flourish. Jesus, Anon. You are not in an instinctual haze with all this text you're using to describe a fairly simple set of actions. Looks like shit. Oh, should be happier. Should be happier. It's done. Looks like shit. How am I? The two saurians turned to me in an instant. The red one's face darkening with a scowl, and the green one's paling to near sheet white, with eyes opened impossibly wide. I mean, that's impressive that she's trying to do that. Although in the original one, for some reason, Inko feels the need to point out it's the algebra room. Does that ever come up? Does the author just hate algebra? What is some text here? Syntax? No, it looks like... Oh. Oh, simultaneous text. Huh. This is neat. The two turn heads toward me in a mix of anger and surprise. Yeah, why is Olivia like this? In the original one, Olivia was like pissed off that Inko got involved. The two speak in perfect unison. Mia growls while Olivia practically cries out. Why is Olivia made so much more feminine? Oh, I love how there's a meow. What the fuck are you doing here? Thank rap to Jesus she's okay. Olivia looks embarrassed, though. Anyway. What the fuck happened to your schnoz? You mean snout. Mia quickly tacks on. Oh, wait. What the fuck happened to your schnoz? Okay, that works, actually. Because she doesn't talk like that. Mia quickly tacks on. A sentiment Olivia shares silently as her concerned eyes beg the same question. I mean, I guess that's why Olivia will be a little bit more worried. Anon, you haven't even fought her and you're already injured? Did you commit Sudoku? Fuck. I didn't have anything prepared and nothing. Let's move past that. Leave it to me to make a dramatic moment into an awkward flop. What are you two doing here? The classic reversal always works. It doesn't work with Spider-Man, does it? I ask you first, fucknuts. Olivia preempts him by shouting at me. Don't fucking call him that! Yeah, what? I told you not to get followed. You were the one that dragged me here away. He just heard you screaming like a maniac. Honestly, couldn't they have gone with that? Like, just Mia's screaming grabs the attention? I mean, I guess the squeaking metal is a bit more subtle and, like, why wouldn't teachers intervene? Whatever. Except when it doesn't. I drag attention back onto myself as I struggle to assess the situation. I was coming to a friend's rescue? Oh man, I definitely gauged this wrong somehow. I know it. It's okay, Olivia. I buffed myself and a bleed built up. You know it's OB. So, is, this... girl talk? Neither of them answers, staring blankly at me. Mia has a drawing in her hands, one of Olivia's rare alt styles. Just say alternative! What is happening? We're doing an illegal drug trade. Now get out of here. Both girls see my eyes falling on the offending paper, with Mia abruptly shoving it into her jacket while Olivia clams up even more. Mia speaks through gritted teeth. Ask your girlfriend, dear. I don't even have the wherewithal to be skittish at that word. Looking at Olivia with a frown as my stomach sinks. Why did you even come here? Oh, 'cause it's fucking Olivia? Mia?
My eyes flit to Mia, who shrugs in acknowledgement.
Like I give a fuck. You missed up, Hot Wheels. Looks like Boldy's gonna hear it all after all.
Mia, don't! Olivia gets close to screaming as I've ever heard of her, and I'd be lying if it didn't give me a start. It sounded like it hurt her to do. What the fuck is going on here? The fucking anticipate.
Holy shit, Anon, your girlfriend's being extorted and you're just like, oh man, I'm gonna make a shitload joke. Are you Anon or not?
Honestly, I feel like a cool... Here, let me put my foot down, right? I feel like a cooler story would be if Anon doesn't do this. I feel like it'd be a funnier story if Anon doesn't get involved in this. Like, he gets in, he sees all this, he's like, I'm not this guy, I'm out. And Olivia actually hates him for it, and you make that the fucking crux of the next part of the story. I don't know. I feel like you could do something fun with that. Like, it'd be more Anon. Like, Anon's a big fucking coward. He doesn't want to get bullied again. And Mia's like, listen, Anon, I am part of the super bully hive mind. I already know what the fuck you did. I will tell everyone in school what happened at your old school, or you can fuck right off and forget this ever happened. And he's like, okay, see ya, bye, later, Olivia. And Olivia's like, what the fuck, Anon? You went through all this trouble just to leave? I think that'd be neat. It ties it into Anon a bit more instead of making him Inko 2.0. Could someone just spell it out already? Mia gains a sick grin as she fondles Olivia's hair. Fondles? Just give her pats.
Oh, you heard him, Hot Wheels. He wants to know. Is it gonna hurt more coming from me or from the lying bitch that kept them in the dark?
Instant betrayal stabs at my heart and must show. Why do you trust Mia with this? Because Olivia sinks into her chair as her face falls. No, I didn't.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Mia quickly whips out her phone and fiddles with the screen for a moment before showing me the screen. Holy shit, just use pronouns, that's what they're for! The entire world around me falls into darkness as I register. You're in a dark classroom in the original. What's on it? It's a picture of me. A picture of me. One of the pictures that I fucking scrubbed off this planet. I did everything short of nuking the Snoot book service. How? The picture depicts me posted up on pantomiming around some. Wait, we're switching this on Anon? Like, in the original, it always felt like there was a degree of Olivia's selfishness about the whole, like, ruining my own reputation. This is weird. I want to know where this is going. An anime girl photoshopped into the empty space. After pounding my chest, it jumped off my heart again. This is bad. It could be worse. You could have...
Whoa. But this next one, that's my favorite, though.
Oh, by the 9! Isn't it the 8 because of the whole Talos worship being banned? Anon, you would know Skyrim. I'm gonna take you. Come a little closer. Skyrim released in like 2014, 2013. If this is 2023, Anon would have been 11 or 10. He would mostly know Skyrim. Anon would never have considered Talos one of the 9. He would never play Oblivion. I don't think he would. I just do not see someone born at that time to play Oblivion. When was Oblivion released? I don't know. Oblivion release date is 2006. Okay, I'm gonna need you to sit down, right? Anon is like was a year or two when that game came out, right? Isn't that a weird idea? What was Skyrim again? 2011. Anon, listen. Anon would have been 6. Anon is a Skyrim kid. Anon is a Skyrim kid. I do not buy that a 6 to 5-year-old is playing fucking Oblivion. Especially not at his age. Maybe... Actually, I could see it from the perspective of, like, he's too poor to buy anything else. Because Oblivion is on an older console. It's old. It's going for cheap. I could see it from that perspective, but I don't think his dad would own any games, so his dad wouldn't have, like, a backlog of games to go into. Why am I thinking so hard about the fucking logistics of Anon's parents just so I can say that he's a Skyrim kid? Fuck off, Safi. Get out of the room. I'm just trying to justify your bullshit. Oh yeah, we're almost done with the uploads. Where were we? I'm frozen in place. Also, Anon, stop fucking memeing! Your girlfriend is getting abused and you're about to get blackmailed! Why are you memeing? I'm frozen in place. I feel every organ slowly begin to shut down. Why would they slowly shut down? Wouldn't it be instantaneous because you're fucking dying? And my ears begin to ring. Olivia is shaking in her chair, refusing to meet my eyes. As Mia just keeps swiping. Why did I make so fucking many? Where did you share them anyway?
You know, you really fucking got under my skin for a skinny.
Mia monologues as she keeps me transfixed with picture after picture.
Fucking coming into my school and stopping me from expressing myself to Hoppos that day. Fucking snubbing Benny when he's nothing but nice steel for pathetic weepers that day.
All of them being rude to Ben, her hatred almost visibly radiates as she alludes to our weekend detention. You didn't even tell me that much.
So I reached out to some of your buddies out in Rock Bottom.
What did she? Ben!
Chat or something or another. Nice guy. He was more than happy to share the private stash of your work. Oh no, you were the photography back then too.
So presence is dead. I wonder if it'd be so bad to commit suicide by Mia. Knocking even a single tooth out would surely get me into Valhalla, I mean. Is it Facebook? Facebook? He said Snootbook. Also, Anon, you posted shit on fucking Facebook? You posted this shit on Facebook? What kind of loser are you that you're on Facebook? Ew! Ew! What a nerd! Anon, your social presence goes away because you're on Facebook. Posting your goddamn anime bullshit. It's not a respectable reason to be on that website. You go there because of, like, events being organized, maybe.
But you're just some fucking talentless nobody. So then I realized how close you got to Olivia and wonder what she'd think. Stupid me thought she'd realize what a creep you were by the end of the slideshow, but she actually couldn't care less.
Olivia's eyes dart up to me for a split second, then back at the floor. How long has she known? She has to see me in a new light, right? Why can't Olivia have her own private stash? That'd be great. I want that. I want that right the fuck now.
But I need to pass out, and she was keen on your little secret staying between us. But just the thought, what you didn't know wouldn't hurt. So, does it?
Yeah. A hot breath splays across my cheek as she pulls in close with the question.
Fucking ask you a question. Does it hurt?
Yes.
Good. Get fucked. And now, Olivia is fucked too. Even if she stopped caring about your loser ass, each picture she drew for me and my ghost was another nail in the coffin.
You can't be fucking serious.
Oh, can't find it, let go of your tongue. I could just release them now anyways. I mean, what's she gonna do? Stop and sink her own future for you? Yeah, right.
Actually, like, it's worth pointing out that the original Olivia had so much more to lose in the process than Inko ever did, right? And this really changes the dynamic. It's like, yeah, she can release them, and you would die, Anon, and she would die because of, she has you both by the balls at the same time in the same way. And there's somewhat of a discrepancy in a different way, I guess. It's weird that they didn't stick with the contest, considering how close they're sticking. I don't know why you're doing this. Huh. It's really weird. I don't know, man. Do I like it or not? I don't know, but I am confused. You missed the part where Inko was on fucking Facebook like a loser. Anyway, instead of having the contest thing, Mia just has the pictures from Anon, I guess. How is this stupid cunt is seriously holding us both hostage over a fucking art grade? How much of a fucking talentless fucking parasite do you have to be to flunk audible things? I see red and take a step forward as I reel back my fist. You stupid In an instant, I'm sent flying back into rows of desks after Mia's fist collides solidly with my sternum. My body instantly ragdolls as the air is forced through my lungs, and my body is broken over the rack of chairs I fall into. Mia! Olivia breaks her silence with a ripping shout. Her entire body language shifts into combat mode as she grips her armrests and stares down Mia.
Oh, what? You saw him fucking come at me. That's called self-defense. Besides, I was being nice. I punched it where it was least likely to break.
Didn't need to fucking do that. Through my blurry point of view on the floor, I can see her step into my vision and crouch to address me. I hear everything through a tinny ring. Like,
If you're gonna do this, then don't have her respond, right? Have it be like a blurred conversation. Like, play up the fact that Anon's point of view is limited! We're stuck in Anon's head, we can't see or hear everything. Yeah! Fucking play with the POV or just don't do it!
Luckily, I didn't fuck up his nose anyways. Listen, prick, that was a joke. If I ruin your life, Olivia may start half-assing the work. And that don't help no one. Mia starts walking to the door, advising, I'll give you 2 minutes to breathe and get with the fucking program. The moment you leave this room, you're in for a long haul or else.
Caucasian's training. Bloodstained philosophy.
Don't take all fucking period. The door slams shut.
She really did pick the best place for this. No one's coming even after all that noise. I can't tell how much time passes as I regain control of my lungs and Olivia rolls forward to ask me something in a choked voice.
Are you okay?
Relatively. That answer was no more than a wheeze. And I'm still in the Jesus, stop memeing, Anon! The situation is serious! Why are you like this? Your girlfriend is trying to defend you, and you're shitting on the situation. Take things... You don't deserve her. Take her fucking seriously. She's upset. If I had to remove the pain, won't hurt as bad. Oh, that's the shock, and it will hit me. Fuck, that was it.
Why? Why did you have to come here?
Stupid question. Why is it a stupid question? Wipes the pain from my mind as I pick my head up. What the fuck do you mean, why? Who knows what the hell Mia wanted with you?
I did. And I had it under control.
Bullshit. Mia has you under her thumb. I have to rein my anger. Isn't it rain with like a... No. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, it's that one. You know, you gotta learn something every day or you'll never get smart. Your brain gets head, but your smart gets dumb, as I often say. Olivia wields to my spot-on observation. Not all of it, just whatever she needs to pass. She doesn't need any of it to devalue the subject, but who the fucking fail at art?
What was I supposed to do?
Fucking about this? You told me what happened last time. She's barely able to shout, and her voice broken even after a long swig of a canteen.
I didn't have a choice!
Of course you did. Why? How the fuck would you do that? It's even more rhetorical at this point. Why did she? Anon, how fucking stupid are you? She loves you. You're a smarter, Anon. You should... Whatever, I'm done with this. Even though the thought of Sintaman's suit and body seeing those pictures freezes my heart all over again, nothing is worth being under Mia's control like this.
Now Mia has something on you.
She won't Now Mia has something on you.
She won't risk it. As long as I keep drawing, we're both safe.
Until we aren't.
Why can't you let me fucking do this for you?
Because I never asked you to. Would I have? The thought claws in my heart that I may have been selfish enough to selfish enough to subject her to this myself. It's a terrible silence that hangs between us as she regards me with an angry snarl. Her eyes betray a sadness, though, stabbing at me. She's not looking at me like at the start of the year, in spite of everything.
I never asked you to forgive me for that stupid contest fuck-up.
Her voice a low whisper now, and I'm reminded that Mia could still be listening.
Why, keep hanging around me afterward. Or let me come over and show you whatever dumb show I wanted, even when you were sick, or you over this.
Her watery eyes teeter on the edge of tears. How did she find space for tears between all the dryness in her throat? You told me where that water bush is coming from. Oh, that's a great meme. If Anon's got a fucking meme in the middle of shit, I'm gonna too.
Exactly. Damn. Exactly.
Wait, what am I talking? Who's talking? We were friends and you were hurting. What was I supposed to do?
Exactly. I didn't do it because I'm some good person. I did it because I didn't want you to have to leave again. All I had to do was use my only skill, drawing.
Slowly push myself up at this point. Still don't get it. Why not let me know? You didn't need to worry if I was. Barely holding them back at this point, even as my disposition turns confused and empathetic. I don't like how Anon feels like he's emotionally in control of himself a lot more. I really don't like this fucking, like, she's a girl and he's a guy, and he's a stoic champion of justice, and and he's only ever angry, and she is a woman who is sad and crying. I feel like in the original there was a lot more sense that Olivia was actually trying to assert her strength in the situation. Like, Inko was willing to cry, and I feel that really helped balance things out a lot more. And also, I feel like Anon's story should involve him learning to cry. Because he's kind of an emotionally stunted man. He needs to learn to grow up. And that it's fun to cry. Watching the dog fake die because no movie's gonna fucking stick that one. Not the Paparino! Paparino. Funny thing is, it's set in 2023, right, or 2019. Yakuza 0 is already out. You'd think Anon would have learned how to do the heat move. He would have tried, the loser. He would have tried. Well, where was I again? I hobble on my knees towards her, bracing myself in a chair as my pain racks my sternum. He has pain so that he can cry without it being unmanly. Oh, God. Don't you trust me? That's what hurts the most. I think I get it. She wanted to pay me back. Why didn't she trust me enough to make it clear? Why do you think like a woman all of a sudden? It's just like weird niggly bit to get hung up on. It's an Inko thing to get hung up on, right? Because Inko thinks like that. Inko has that grander, everything is supposed to be the soap opera thing. So, you're supposed to trust your friends and give them high fives and stuff. But for Anon, would he really care about the social nuances of the situation? Would Anon actually be bothered by this? Like, I can imagine the situation being that he finally has friends, and he feels like he finally has someone that he can trust, and that would be it. But we don't get that. We don't get that reflection, that moment of connection of, like, why do I care? Because, God, it's, No, that's not... Searching to take your breath before we're getting the harsh scrutinizing gaze yet before. Why can't you trust me? What even? Shut up. This is the second time that I've hurt you, and you still try to twist it like it's nothing, or even to help me out. I think I'm still the crippled girl that can't help herself. Anna doesn't know that version of you at all, does he? No, that's not it. Do I? Olivia fumes as she continues, but I find myself scarily agreeing with her more and more. You still can't fucking acknowledge that I even did something wrong. I mean, admittedly, going for the Inko gets pissed ending, fair enough. Anon was angrier. Anon angrier about this than Inko was, though? Even you dance around and blame Mia. Mia made her play and I made mine. So just fucking say what you think. Say that you don't think I can do it. Say I should have just fucking told you again and let you solve my problems for me. Shaking like a leaf? Don't use that comparison, Anon. It's terrible for this context. You don't want to invoke nature... Come on. I'm stunned into silence. We stay in that Rexican standoff for a long while as my mind goes, why the fuck isn't Mia coming in? Didn't she give you like 2 minutes? Why am I like this? Why are we like this? It's like we're both messing up in the exact same way all over again. Mia, Olivia still can't trust me at my word, and I can't help but try and cover for her. First part hurts, but the second makes me realize I'm not blameless either. Maybe we could have... No, there's nothing to gain from that. I'm sorry. Olivia's snarl shatters the instant the words weakly leave my lips. Thank you, Olivia. No, you were just trying to spare me the pain and stress, but you're right. I do also think you made a bad choice there. Olivia is still resolute, though. It doesn't matter. It's the one I made. At least you finally said it, but it doesn't matter. This is the choice I've made, Anon. It's like she's trying to assure herself more than me at this point. No, it does matter, because you can't take it back. And I can't make it right through some mental gymnastics. But it can't continue like this.
because it's the choice Mia made you choose. I'm sorry that it was my bullshit that brought this on you, but Mia really didn't give you any options. I don't want it to be like this. It isn't so bad, just 6 more months and I'm free. No, I thought senior year was almost over. I can't help but notice how she uses a dominant hand as she shifts in her lap after saying that. Interesting tick, ain't it? I know you probably can, but sure as hell don't have to for the likes of Mia. Or anyone else that would treat you like a novelty. I wince. Wondering if she still feels that way towards me after everything we've been through. I'm not so sure myself. I reach out for her hand and hear her catch her breath before wincing and hissing as I lightly press upon her knuckles. Gotta do something. You gotta do something. I mean, I can almost imagine Anon expecting some kind of betrayal. He's an urban virgin loser. Obviously, people don't want to use him, they want to use him. Actually, that'd be very interesting to have that part of Anon like come up a little more. Like, of course, Olivia is not my friend. Of course, Olivia would stab me in the back and betray me at the final moment. Like, ugh, whatever, Anon. If you're gonna be like this, Mia can do whatever she wants to you. Bye-bye. She just rolls out. Or she would say, you know what, Mia, I'll still do your homework, but just fucking stab Anon in the back, okay? He's an asshole. I would like that. Why don't we get that? Why is Anon so secure about his situation, all things considered? Ugh. No, I can handle it. Olivia, you gotta snap the fuck out of this right now. What? Look, fuck everyone else, yeah. Mia, Ben, and every other faceless asshole. But you gotta know when to count on others. I don't need to do anything. I don't need a handout. It's not a fucking handout. It's not any of this fucking quid pro quo exchange of, they did me good, one slap of the shoulder, one turn to the... no matter, whatever. Christ, Olivia, do you even remember what prick I'd been to at the start of the year? I was going to push everyone and everything away I would have, and I would have been miserable if I succeeded. Your solution is to sacrifice your ability to draw until the end of the year. But you don't have to, just because it was the first thing that came to mind. We can think of something better. I think her front is slowly breaking down as she says, just don't want to be a burden, Anna. Try to understand. I'm exhausted. Why are you doing this? Stop! This man does not deserve an ending 4. He just doesn't. He's so disconnected from the situation he's in. You're not a burden, Anna, Olivia. Not any sense of the word. You're extremely self-reliant. Maybe I could learn from that. Olivia should attend, like, home ec. It makes sense, you know, learn to cook, learn to do budgeting and stuff. You got talent out the ass, but it doesn't mean life has to be some painful slog when your friends just want to see you happy. You don't need to shoulder it all alone, even if technically you can. You agreed back in the rain when I said the only thing holding us back is from changing is us. It's not fixing, it's realizing you can be better. Hell, you're the most of the reasons I've been less of an asshole since I came here. If anything, I should say sorry for being dead weight. And what would you even do to get me out of this mess? I can't do anything to help you but be there. You have to go see Yadakan. No. Anything but that. I don't want him to hate me. He's the only one I have that actually makes me feel like my art is worth something. I can't lose him. That dumbass statement passed me again. Yadakan? The guy with the quill, inspired by your selfless pursuit of artistic perfection. The guy that does nothing but hype you up. The same one that lets some dumbass who barely knows what a camera is take photos at his friend's wedding. The one that, stop! I get it! If anyone would jump to your defense, it'd be him, no matter the circumstances. The second would be, I'd say me, but Damien would beat me to the punch, probably. Then it's me. We can help you. And restart Impendor. What about the pictures? A smile through the anxiety. Yes, be a stoic man. Don't let her know. Don't treat her like an equal. Don't treat her like an equal where you would share your emotions. Treat her like a child from who you should hide who you are, Anon. Isn't that the fucking plot problem? I already survived it once, and I didn't have anyone like you guys. You know, no friends that would stick with me. It's different now. If it means fucking over Mia and helping you, I choose it every time. It's just for you to say. If Mia spills, well, it's just a year for you, but it could be my whole career, the rest of my life. She doesn't know about the contest, though. The contest made sense because she got money and a whole thing.
But, like, this is just fraud, right? It's just some fucking fraud no one cares about in 2 years. I never forgive myself for what happened, so you may have to get ahead with it. Do you trust the Atacon? There's as much reason as you to see succeed. Maybe more. Let us help you help yourself. That's not how this works, Anon! Olivia's face quivers before she throws her head down. She's shivering silently as I awkwardly rub her back. The quaking stops, but resumes a second later, followed by a series of sniffles and finally droplets of water running down her snout into her lap. I don't know why, but I don't like the term droplets of water in that context. A culminating answer is to wrap her. Oh yeah, I remember when they use this fucking Hudzik Sprite a whole bunch. When I do return, it's extremely warm. The tears feel. Why is she warm? I think, fuck, I must be making sense. Good. Stop, Anon! Holy shit! You're learning nothing! This is supposed to be the wake-up call for Inko, where he realizes that things don't work like that. Oh my god! Author, you just don't know what the fucking plot is, do you? A rhythmic beating draws my attention, and while at first I think it's my rapid heart, I realize it's actually hers. Since mine to overdrive, I realize Anon, why are you getting a fucking hard-on? My girlfriend's getting extorted, and my social life might be over, and I might actually kill myself from embarrassment, but at least I got a boner. We finally draw apart. She has a content smile, even as black streaks run on her face. I still feel like I can't do anything right without you there to clean it up. I'm not cleaning this one up or sweeping it under the rug, Olivia. I'm getting us to Iadicon. The rest is up to you. Iadicon has to fix this. He's the fucking admin. He fixes this problem. And there's a flash of fear in that, and I'm fully realizing there's no convenient forget it happening this time. The only plot here is on a explain, Senator. Please, explain. I would love to hear it. I'm going to go to the bathroom while you do that. This time I'm going to remember to pause the recording. You go and explain that to the audience, and I'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts. But I got to go take a leak. Because you know how it goes when you stream for a while. Only real ones know the plot armor they're wearing. What? I still don't know what you mean, man. I'm only 90% listening in on this conversation now. That's probably the problem. Alright, let's keep going. Shit, man. Blech. Where were we? Maybe we were wrong before. We can break that cycle now. I breathe out and check my phone. 20 minutes to the end of the day. It's time we both take our lives back from me.
What do you mean our lives back? You've been here for like 20 minutes. During which... You ready, Hot Wheels? You ready, Baldy? Right, returning my... How's that a joke? My nerves still have a jittering. I'll just have to be at her side to offset them. Yeah, together. Just like we said under the umbrella. For real this time. She nods in response with a soft smile. It's far too complex to put into words correctly. It's fearful, unsure, disdainful in a way. Mirroring emotions all at once as she grapples with what comes next. And she's as ready as she'll ever be. I look back to the door, remembering exactly where we are right now. Alright, still the pissed off parasol? Can we just lie that we're cool with it and go to Yatakan? It's assuming she hasn't heard us so far, or that she can't smell lies or fear. Really? I'm serious, Olivia. We gotta be smart here. We gotta be bold. I have to take a chance now, and I need your help. She looks worried but intrigued, and I tell her, you need to leave and tell her that I'm not complying. Keep it simple, or she'll realize something's up. And then what? She murders you? Just trust me. Anon would solo Mia. She has the dream superiority, but Anon has street. Anon has access to heat moves. Anon has conviction. Mia doesn't believe in anything, and you need that willpower to fight with heat. According to the lore of the Yakuza world, Mia cannot access heat moves yet. She doesn't have what it takes. I mean, I could make a joke about she's still hot in bed, but that'd be weird at this moment. So fucking weird. What are you even doing with your time, man? Just trust. When she comes in, you book it for the elevator. Keep the door open. This will be some time. Really? We're gonna make this intentional? I really don't like how much this is just fucking... This is glazing Anon, right? Like, my god, is this shit just glazing Anon? Oh, it depends on the execution, but like, fuck! I might just stop this, because this is just too much glaze for this man. This chapter's been nothing but sucking that man's dick. He doesn't get to cry, he doesn't get to actually feel anything. Ugh. Why write a story? Why is this guy the POV if he's this fucking lame? Okay. I take my place about halfway into the row of chairs. Small path created by the displacement I caused. Displacement? I do some light kinesthetic stretches to ready myself to court death. It's the time I use the Moose family technique, as I am the first in my bloodline to receive this holy strategy and may yet be the last. Olivia's raspy words are unintelligible through the door. What? I love that meme, though, where the woman is like, what? The door slams open. I feel a chill enter the room. That's called a draft, Anon. What is a bigger day, you bald fuck? I hold my breath, fearful that anything I can do before that critical moment could betray me. Hello? Earth to lose a bitch, Anon. I can still ruin your life after all, you know. Olivia doesn't be on the same page as you. She gave you up almost immediately. Go, Anon. One-liner. Don't do the JoJo reference. The thing is, if you ever do that in like a serious situation of this that's as grounded as this, you have to smack him and hit him into the ground and beat his shit in. Because you shouldn't let people get away with that. It encourages bad behavior, and it's also wrong! I just saw what's gonna happen. And I'm very upset. That's what you think. Oh, brother, that fucking sucks. Whatever! No time to rethink it as I shove a hand deep into my back pocket.
What the hell are you filling yourself up for, you
With the fluid turned back to her, I fling my hand and release my payload right into on the money. Shasha! Pocket sand! Saying it aloud is essential. Sand is actually like a glass, if you think about it. If you really think about it. With that being done, I fucking book it past her, narrowly ducking a clawed swipe that slices through the tail end of my jacket. I take the corner way too hard and slam face first into the art piece. Anon does not have the fucking finesse to pull off a pocket sand without her reacting first. She has the experience, comparatively. I don't... Like, again, it works with it being incident... Fine, I'll pay the pocket sand clip, but only because I'm very angry about it. Only because I fucking hate this story right now. AI overview. I fucking loved it when this just wasn't a thing here, but now it is. Fuck you, AI. Get out of here. I need the clip, not your bullshit.
briefcase?
What the hell are you doing? Give it.
Pocket sand. Pocket sand.
Oh, man. Ah. That almost. Warms my little baby heart. Flutter, flutter, as they say. Flutter, flutter. Ba-ba-dum. 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 Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. King of the Hill Revival in process. It takes like a decade after the OG series, and the designs are actually good. I'm skeptical because a lot of what King of the Hill was is it's a fairly nuanced idea, all things considered. And politically, I don't know if King of the Hill makes any sense. The Republicans that are in that show do not exist. And fast forwarding it 10 years, there's so much wrong with that idea. I don't know, man. Like, it's still a fine show to watch on its own, and the best it could hope to do is to do that. Is just be more King of the Hill and hope that it works. But, oh, man. From what I've heard, I don't think it's something you can just revive on a moment's notice. No. It's when I do a Google search, nowadays I also get the stupid AI overview, instead of it just going straight to the stuff that you actually want to see. You know, YouTube's trying to kill the internet. Google's trying to kill the internet. Ba-ba-da-ba-da, Google kills the internet. That doesn't make sense for a search engine. Human knowledge on a rot to death. Thanks, you fucks. Pocket sand. Saying it aloud is essential. That being done, I'll fucking book a pasta. Oh, yeah. I take a way too hard around the corner, slam face first into an art piece, and a wave of loose glitter flings itself into my eyes like shiny pink shrapnel. What the fuck? Why are we... What is going on here? You know, this story felt a lot more nuanced when it was just fucking Monkey Anon as the... I'm honestly getting to a point where I think we're putting Chapter 11 on Suicide Watch, in that I might quit this entire series if that chapter does what this one is doing, in that I don't fucking care. Holy shit. Short list, a lot of overlap. Again, Anon, I mean, I guess he would in this situation. I think Mia could survive a tumble from the first or second floor, depending on if you use ground floor or not. I did this to me. What do you mean I did this to me? Another time. Simultaneous the coolest and most embarrassing thing I'd ever done.
Why were you even carrying that with you?
I shoddily cleaned the glitter from my forehead with several vigorous swipes as we eventually reached the end of the line. Olivia is quick to remove the key and gesture at me to be quiet. I kneel beside her in heart-racing fear. After a few seconds of being at the halt, the lights flicker off and we're left in the darkness. Only the thin line of light between the elevator doors illuminates the interior. Shitty elevator, you can see through it. The elevator arm is silenced, but at the same time, I really hope Mia can get these door opens, because right now this thing is a metal coffin. Minutes tick by. My only comfort is the peach fragrance coming. Now is not the time! To say it isn't helping is a lie. Till wraps around my ankle in a gesture of solidarity. Damn it.
Jesus Christ, Anon, can you give the situation some severity? My God! Why is Anon constantly shooting the situation? Let the It's like I'm watching a shitpost. It's like someone is like, haha, what a shitpost. This man killed himself out of depression. That's so fucking funny. It's like, my God, go to Kiwi Farms, Anon. Holy shit. Oh. Dude. Like, not even that, right? Imagine if someone on Kiwi Farms was like, I'm gonna kill myself because I'm super depressed, and he's like super fucking excited about it. It's like, everyone wonders, what the fuck is wrong with you? This isn't fun. This isn't... What are you doing? You can't lolcow yourself. That's not how this works. And it's not in the sense of like, if I bully myself, the bully won't bully me. It's in the sense of like, no one thinks you're cool. No one thinks you're cool.
Shh. Olivia shushes me. Heavy footfalls echo down the hall alongside the ripping of paper and cardboard. Mia's on a total rampage. Somehow took her fucking minutes to get downstairs, though. You fuckers better still be in there. If you cowards run away, so help me, Raptor Jesus! Her line of sight is blotted out as she stands before the door. There's jostling and commotion as she tries to peer in. Maybe listen, and once again tries to pry the door open. I mean, the thing is, she's blocking the light, which is why she can't see you, but otherwise... When she fails again, the rampage starts anew with even more ripping bang of lockers and drywall cracking under her blows. She intersperses blows to the elevator, each one causing Olivia and I to jump, otherwise staying stock still with bated breath. This happened on the same day that, like, Ferris is inspecting the school. What a weird overlap of events. Oh, mind bad then? What? Other voices sound down the hall, and Mia screams at them. What the fuck are you looking at? You want one less horn? Someone quick. I fucking swear. Fucking square? I fucking square dance. I've had it with that hootenanny luggage case on wheel. Okay, so this implies that in this world, you can get a fucking crocodile leather suitcase. How does Olivia feel about that? Is it like we are with monkeys? Or, good luck when you're eating through a straw, you bitchless croaker cunt. I mean, she has legs that just go down to the knees. That's creative, if terrible. Olivia takes in a sharp breath. It's silent. There's a series of sharp cracks. Whatever it is, Mia cowers and how do you know that she's cowering? She moves away, if anything. And even Olivia jumps at it. Hey, whoa, wait. It's all cool. It's not what it looks like. Then they're hot-footed down the hall. What the hell could have scared her away? Can one master this power? A light knock on the door jolts us both. See, if Anna was, like, conscious of the fact that all these jokes are kind of ruining the mood, he would be like, why the fuck am I like this? But he's not. He just keeps doing it instead. And, like, the audience gets the point at this point, right? We've already understood that Anon does not understand the severity of the situation. Anyone in there? That exhaustion, that kind lilt. Sciatica. Olivia and I go limp in relief. We survived. It's safe to come out. It's all clear. Well, looks like a stick of dynamite went off out here, but otherwise it's fine. Olivia stares at the key in her hand. She moves to unlock the elevator, freezing just before it reaches the hole. As if Yadican can see us, he worriedly says, everything will be okay, I promise. It does little to force her hand. You know that. God, please. My eyes have adjusted by now, and Olivia looks at me with pleading eyes. Stop doing the doubles. Offering me the key between her index and It doesn't matter how she offers it. Why does she offer it so nonchalantly? Like, if you're writing this into your head, wouldn't she offer it in, like, the palm of her hand as, like, a vulnerable gesture instead of this casual, here you go, here's the key?
I'm almost overcome. But this is why you don't specify shit like this sometimes, right? You just kind of leave it up to the audience to decide what they consider an appropriate gesture in this context. Anyway, I'm almost overcome by a moment of weakness as I throw a hand over the key. But something within me gives pause. It's like I know that the good answer is this. Seriously, what did you mean with "oh mind bad" then? Oostdags. But it's almost like Anon knew that this was the bad choice. It isn't my choice. Arguably, Goddess. That's not what this is about. It's not about you being your choice. It's that Olivia wants someone else to do. She literally just complained about other people cleaning up their messes for her. That's what you're doing here, you dumb fuck. Arguably, Goddess here, but it's still up to Olivia. My role in helping is over. Is it? That's what it means to be there for. How would you know that? I already robbed Olivia of being able to come clean about the contest. What do you mean? That's not even relevant right now. A choice that was made me just like. This isn't relevant at this point. Like that's why Mia has the contest as. Even if she was as relieved. Essence of Trickshot from Yakuza 7 as. What is Essence of Trickshot? Let's look it up. I just want to know. I should know. Is it on the wiki? Does the wiki have this shit? Essence of bowling. Let's go bowling. I would love to go bowling. I can't find it. Not instantly. Inspector Gadget. Essence of bowling. Let's do this trick shot, damaging enemies and raising secure attack if any are defeated, which can stack. Oh, that's pretty neat. MP. Oh, this is for the one with the RPG mechanics. Which one even is Yakuza 7? Hero outfit. He puts on a fucking neckerchief. I love neckerchiefs, so come on, man. Inspector Bobble. And on. I curl my fingers, but this is my moment. I know that technically in the story it's Olivia's moment, but it's my moment because Anon, I'm Anon. And by the way, I'm the most important character here, and I'm a man, and therefore it's my story. Fuck off! Come on! Holy shit, this chapter sucks! Home shutters while the doors open. Thanks, Mr. Yadakan. Don't take pictures. Yes, you owe me an explanation for all this, and Principal Scalar for that matter. Chandler will take care of this mess. Wait, Poker Pro, it's impossible to get a beat on while he's thinking. You mean a bead, not a beat, right? It is an ultimate move, which means it has a cutscene. Oh, we can look up a cutscene. Jun Gi Han's Essence of Trick Shot.
You wanna fight?
Essence of Trick Shots. Oh no, he screams. That's I love that text. Wait, did he just say English?
Time to clear the way.
Is that normal, or did someone turn on the English dub? I do not accept English dubs in my Yakuza. Man, this guy's move is so sick! He's teleport shooting this man! Is this Devil May Cry? Fucking Dante-ass motherfucker. That was awesome! We're done here. Oh. Holy shit, that was the hypest shit I've seen all day. Ba-ba-dum. 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 Ba-da-ba-dum-bum. What a glorious, magnificent cutscene. I had a feeling something was going on, but this is more than I could have anticipated. You should have come forward sooner. Probably. We're here now, right? Fair point. It's still concerning you. Thought no one would notice, though. Didn't think anyone would care to look. Olivia, those assignments go through dozens of eyes. Your style, Olivia. I saw it from the start. I was waiting for you to come to me. I always thought he saw the contest entry, and that was what he was talking about, but I guess he is talking about the assignment. About the, yeah. Really shows how disconnected I am from the source material. Anyway, where were we? Who? Why did... Your style, Olivia. I saw it from the start. I was waiting for you to come to me. You...
Why didn't you say anything?
Because I wanted it to come from you. That's what I'm saying. Shut up, Anon! Holy shit! Fucking hell! Anon has become a self-insert with how much of a smartass he's being. I'm officially calling him a Gary Stew. Because, like, shut up! Don't worry, I'll save the lecture. You've gone through more than enough already, and Anon already filled that role. Because he is a great man! I want to kiss his asshole and lick it. I shrug sheepishly as he smacks me with that line. You did well for yourself. I'm proud of you. Gotta be honest, I may have made that pocket sand technique sound way cooler than it was. Oh no, it was extremely pathetic in the most heroic way possible. Stop encouraging him! What matters is that you two found strength in each other. What do you mean? And reached out for help. Which, with the fit she just threw, will have more than enough to justify watching me like a hawk from now on. I'm sure her other victims will thank you as well. Actually? Yes. The school will be negligent to do anything else. You two can hunker down in here until the school clears out. That's wild. Like, Acid Hammond's already dealing with enough, so the Stuco Prez's girl flipping her lid is something that they'd obviously want to get under control. Makes me wonder if she ever would have stopped otherwise, though. You sure? Of course. A loud volley of cracks forces me to jump back up. As you go, Mr. Yaricon. Whoops. Estrus protocol. Oh, it's the Estrus protocol. Is that a fucking horny stick? Of a sort. Anyway, I'm going to run and get some things done. The office will need an account of will need my account in writing. May as well jump to that. Don't burn the place down, all right? Oh, and Anon, I would wash that glitter off as I was you. Does this glitter amount to anything plot-wise? Other than a quick gag and a callback? There's an eye wash station in here? Anon, you're making me second-guess your freely given safety slip. You obviously know how to use one, but did this used to be a chem class or something? Not exactly. Let's just say it still has uses. For... Well, I went to self-insert into Anon. Canonically quite the looker. The thing is, I've heard that there are like 4chaners who think that Anon's supposed to be aspirational, which is fucking hilarious. Like, he's aspirational in the story and the moral that he teaches, not aspirational at the beginning of the story. Oh no, he's hot. I just say, all I'm saying is I want a TV that looks like an apple. That'd be fucking ace. Still crumbling like a pink sandcastle. Finally, the exhaustion hits me all at once, and I stumble over to a desk by the window and throw my weight fully onto it. Also, why would Anon's just face plant directly into a painting? He's familiar with the layout of the school, right? Yeah, we're right, Anon. I am most times, ignoring the times I'm dead wrong. Seriously. I could trust him. We lapse into an uncomfortable silence, both of us just staring out the window. When the final period gets cut, watch as the crowds disperse and everyone heads home. No bright red bitches among them, but she's probably trying to dodge staff right now if she didn't already split. What a pain this all was. Hopefully Olivia will have it easier now. It's given her peace of mind at least. That maybe she can trust some people after all. Shouldn't that be your lesson, Anon? Without reservation, I turned to her, contemplating saying something in spite of my effete state. But I see that her head is tilted down, the bellowing snore already spooling up. Oh yeah, that's the idea. Place my head onto the desk and shut my eyes as clouds begin to roll in to block the sun and raindrops pitter-patter lightly against the window. Holy shit. I don't know how to put this down, but man, what a nosedive chapter. It starts off with an insert that does not work as a concept. Like, that inserted chapter section is just completely... Holy shit. This was garbage. Hold up. I know just who to call. I know just the man for this. I would prefer that we all stay quiet for a hot moment.
Garbage day! Garbage day!
Point made. Garbage day.
Garbage day. Mia as a nemesis sounds exciting. Thanks for the shout out, maybe. Blush! Keep cooking, gotta love it every time. Kitchen's on fire. The problem is that Anon gets off really fucking easy, all things considered. He got himself a nosebleed, and it didn't get brought up, did it? Whatever. Still follows the Wani blueprint. Not really. In a lot of, like, thematically, ba 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 ba. We find she was the nemesis. Yeah, baby. I wish Anon should have Mia verbally for that. First, she tells him that she feels inadequate due to her being a bad girl and being the golden boy, and then she pulls off shit like this. And I give pulled out that she talked to Ben at the. Where'd that go? Where'd it go? Hold up, I lost something. There it is. And then, okay. Then that he clearly loves her and sees the good in her. Hell, he could even threaten to take this to Ferris. The idea of two minority students being harassed. I know that, like, Mia is, that Olivia is in a wheelchair. I don't think that counts as a minority, does it? Is that considered a minority concept? I thought minority is just, like, inborn traits. You know, that the race stuff and not, you know, culture stuff, but not, like, disabilities. Because disabilities are a layer on top of that or whatever. Just like gender. That's what intersectionality is about. The idea of two minority students being harassed, blackmailed, and beaten right under his nose during the audit, we put righteous fire under Scalar, especially since he wants to fix the school after the fuck up of the old administration. She wants more funds. But alas, Anon is still dumbass and decided to go physical. Against Mia. Yeah, it shouldn't have worked. Anon is not a physical man, and Mia is. He should not win on his weak point. I think the author just really likes Anon. I don't, honestly, ooh, I do love being able to come clean to closure, blah blah. I do not like this part though. The reason why Anon did this was due to prevent Olivia from being permanently taking a reputation. Would coming clean bite her in this in the future? Totally. Especially since this was a prestigious art contest that the entire school wanted to use to catapult into recognition. Not to mention how the close-knit art communities are, especially local ones. How she's still able to get a good job to sustain herself? Of course, all she has to do is make a Patreon account and draw all niche furry porn for degenerates from Snoot version of Fur Affinity. Listen, man, for Affinity, I'm pretty sure that the A is uppercase and there's a space in between them. Yeah, it is technically uppercase F space uppercase A Affinity. I mean, it gets shortened in the URL because that's just how universal resource locators work, but you know what I mean. And she can roll the dough even if her reputation's ugly shit. Yeah, but she doesn't do people. I don't think she draws a lot of individuals where like she can make money off of that. Like I get it, all the mighty theme of caveman is preferring to shit together instead of doing it for someone, but reality is rarely nice enough to always choose good options. Anon made a good choice back then. Hell, even Wani, even if you tell Olivia under the umbrella that she should come clean, she doesn't. But also, Yannicka destroys the contest. It's so weird. According to Dev Suits, Rock Bottom is based on Redding, Northern California. Northern California way. Thanks for the comment. Did toy with the idea of ending Ferris the first fell to the wayside with the rest of the conversation's importance. You had a whole fucking section where Ferris and Anon talk, and you did that, and you never. I don't know what you're doing, man. Anon's an unreliable, or at least dense narrator, and Olivia is self-admittedly hypocritical. He's not dense. He talks too much. His language is dense. Bovis leads to self-doubt. Olivia needing this to disappear. Blah blah. Oh, God, I don't even want to read this man's fucking. It's repeated by the fandom at nauseum. People believe that the theme is fucking gospel. They believe from gives self and purpose to bad becomes law of the universe. I'm not the worst, I'm just venting. I don't think it has a place in the theme. You know, maybe this is an interesting point for Anon to bring up. I do think it has its place as a theme that just solving people's issues for them isn't always good, since it's one Olivia herself simultaneously dislikes and requires. But if it's a problem you make for yourself, then it's weird. She craves independence and self-reliance. Anons always have both in spades. I think I pointed this out earlier. And but it made him extremely unhappy, just the fact that he got these two things from parental neglect and hates those fellows in rock bottom. So when he got help and handouts from others that he gained happiness. Ain't that just fucking weird? Ben giving him a camera for free, and I gave Anon hope that he can do more than shitpost. Damien's unprompted friendliness. Yeah, Anon kind of fucking lives off of handouts in this one, don't he? What is this fucking new picture? Pocket sand, prehistoric screeching. That's the wrong version of screeching. Man, these comments ain't great. I don't know where I'm standing right now. I'm just kind of annoyed. I don't know where I stand right now. Anyway, next time is the what was it again? Is the destroying the picture thing, right? So chapter 11 is basically carrying the death sentence. If it doesn't improve, if it actually commits to the bit, we're done here. I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna go to Tory game, which almost certainly is walking on thin ice immediately because that version of Inko fucking sucks. My God. Normally I come out of these things with like some idea, right? With some like creative idea how I want to what I want to write next. But now I've been drained of my creative mojo, which is it's never a good sign, you know. That's all I'm gonna say about that. In the meantime, I'm gonna say pa-pa-dum, 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 pa-da-ba-da-ba-dum, pum 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 boing boing. Heard good things about Born to Inherit the Stars. Senator, shut up! I talk about Born to Inherit the Stars. Ah, that's my fic. You come into my house and you quote my fix to me. Oh, they released Chapter 7 recently? Holy shit. I mean, I kind of dug it. I got lost on who the fuck was going on. Like, the scenes have way too many characters. It really does not understand what you can get away with. But I like it. Hey, Dad. Or am I thinking of a... No, Am I thinking of a different fic? It's possible. No, yeah, I'm thinking of Noah, the farmer kid. Why is Anon in here? I don't even know. Oh, he's the dad of Amber. That's... been a while, man. That fic does not update in the schedule where my brain can keep up. Big benefit of the ones we're doing right now is that they're mostly done, so I don't have to remember shit for a while. It's great. You entered my darkest dungeon. We'll break you. No, my me. I'm honestly tempted to just do Tory game, but we're gonna do chapter 11 tomorrow. And it's on thin ice. It's on thin ice. If it commits to this bit of letting Anon basically fucking coast through life, I'm done. I'm just so done. It's like I'm reading like a story that is literally saying the opposite of what it's saying. Sudden death. That's what I was thinking of. The term sudden death. Like I said, Tori is probably gonna be a one shot because God, I hate that Inko. You know what? I'll set the stream to 6 a.m. p.m. 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 So the Snoot monster. I know. So thank you all for coming. I'm gonna look at some comments for chapter 11 because I can. I want to see Armageddonus. No. Bloodstained Blizzard. What's Bloodstained Blizzard? Are we talking mods here, or... I don't own Darkest Dungeon. It's not my kind of game.
What's this? That's your question. Wait, what? Dancing Toward Tomorrow trailer. What is Dancing Toward Tomorrow? Can you explain what you're talking about? Oh, well, that's fucking great. This guy had a question? Is a question? Question. If you play the demo for Wani, Lunara still has her tranny character art? There's a difference? Correction, Spider did not invent Lunare, it was his friend Hikari who did this. Also, she wasn't trans when she was included into Wani, this was done later. Spider made some mess out of this, but Hikari doesn't mind that Wani is to make her breasts bigger. Hold up. I have the demo on my machine. I still have the demo. It's in my special archive where I keep things extra safe. Because shit broke once, and I still hate it! Oh man, life sucks when you're a ninja law. So this is the OG in which she doesn't have a chest. She does have a chest. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Who are you kidding and fooling and pretending? Oh, they did give her a fucking way big bozongas. But she does have a chest. It's just not pronounced. I guess it was more of a revenge thing than a necessity. I actually now looking at it, I really don't like these bosoms. They're way too big, man. It looks like she's uncomfortable crossing her arms like that. Like in the original, I got the impression she did it, you know, look, my chest is a little bigger than it might appear because I'm bumping it up with my arms. But in this one, it's like, come on, you're choking yourself. Please stop. All I can think about is how uncomfortable that left chest is. It's just nudged up there. Ugh. I like Armageddonus. He might not be completely in my camp, but he's like the closest ally I have in this war. If I remember correctly, one of the mods used the premise of the school shooting happens immediately and was universally attacked by the fandom for it. Huh? What's chapter 12 again? I'm just gonna repeat it. I don't like the numbers bigger. Just I prefer when she has one some of their, you know, human size. Oh, it's the Liz one. So yeah, chapter 11. We're on thin ice. I don't like where this is going, and I think it's gonna be worse when we go along. I think it's gonna get worse. It usually gets worse before it gets better. How many chapters are there? We're halfway technically. We're over halfway, I guess. So I'm not. I don't know. I don't get. Again, I don't get paid for this. There's no money in it for me. There's nothing in it. There's no fame. There's no reputation. There's no enjoyment. If this doesn't pick up and become fun, like, why am I here? Just to suffer? Just to go to the bathroom and take a shit? So, see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, we'll be doing chapter 11 and it better pick up or I'm going to be nasty about it. I'm going to be very nasty about it. I will say that again, the writing thematically is just a fucking mess. Oh, what a mess! Anon, for fuck's sake. It's unreliable narrator. If he's an unreliable narrator, maybe make him say less stuff so that it's more obvious. Because what you're doing is you're flooding the reader with words that are needless. Trust me, read an actual book and see just how few words are used for a given scene or situation. You'll be baffled by just how overwritten most fics are. It's like these people don't read anything. But like I said, see you tomorrow, chapter 11. If it can pull itself out, great. Otherwise, it's chapter 11 bankruptcy. Or is it chapter 13? We'll find out then. We'll find out then. We can make it if we try. I mean, Born to Inherit the Stars. I kind of do want to do that one, but it's not finished, and I feel weird about doing it right now. It just feels weird. We can go to the lands in between the night rain, whatever that